Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. India has won the T20I series against England 4-1, and thanks to a brilliant all-round performance from Abhishek Sharma tonight, after a scintillating 100 that he hit in the first innings, he also scalped a couple of wickets in the one over he bowled. He gave away just 3 runs and scalped a couple of wickets too. So the match started with England winning the toss and opting to field first, which eventually turned out to be a very bad decision from the English skipper because their bowlers failed to leave a mark because it was a complete one man show from Abhishek Sharma that saw India get past the 240 mark. India posted a total of 247 runs in the allotted 20 overs thanks to a brilliant ton from Abhishek Sharma. As I said earlier, Abhishek Sharma, this is his second ton in the T20 internationals. This is his second 100, and during the England chase, they started at a blistering pace with Phil Salt leading the way, although it turned out to be only Phil Salt who got to double digits, except Jacob Bethel, who hit 10 runs. So Phil Salt batted well. He scored 55 of 23 deliveries, but post that, it was just India all throughout the match. India has won by 150 runs. That means England were all out for just 97 runs. This is India's second biggest victory in terms of run margin in T20I cricket. And to do this against a formidable England lineup, this is a very, very big victory for India. To be precise, England lost to Abhishek Sharma by 37 runs. That means Abhishek Sharma scored 135 runs and England were bowled out for 97 runs. Abhishek Sharma not only performed well with the bat, he also got an over to bowl from the skipper Surya Kumar Yadav, and he delivered by picking up a couple of wickets off Bryden Cast and Jamie Overton. Varun Chakravarti once again spun a web, 2 overs, 25 runs for 2 wickets, and I think he will also be getting the player of the tournament, player of the series trophy because he has been exceptional throughout the series. He has been India's best spinner and the best bowler among both the teams. Varun Chakravarti has scalped 2 wickets tonight. And as far as the whole series is concerned, Varun Chakravarti has now scalped 14 wickets at an average of 9.42, which is just brilliant for an Indian spinner playing in these batting conditions. Today it was a complete batting deck at the Wankhede Stadium, but with a huge total in front of them, England failed to keep up to the run rate and maintain wickets in hand and keep wickets in hand, and that resulted in India winning the series 4-1. There were no controversial calls today. There was no team which used concussion substitutes and all. It was a complete team effort from India after an exceptional show with the bat from Abhishek. It was the Indian bowlers led by the veteran Mohammad Shami, who bowled 2.3 overs for 25 runs and scalped 3 big wickets. Mohammad Shami is playing international cricket after 14 months, and after playing a game at Rajkot, he missed the game at Pune because Arshdeep Singh was given a chance. And today as well, he got a chance. He bowled well early, although Phil Salt hit him for a few runs in the first over, but he bounced back in the very next over by picking up the wicket of Ben Duckett. And post that, Phil Salt, though, managed to hit a 50, his first 50 in the series, but any other batter couldn't uh, score much. Jacob Bethel was the second highest run getter. He recorded 10 runs. So you can see that it was a completely complete domination from India in the uh, last match of this T20I series. So India has now won the series 4-1, and Suryakumar Yadav as captain has been brilliant. Although he has failed to perform with the bat, but uh, he will come good because of the caliber he has. But as captain, he has been exceptional. Today, he gave a couple of overs to Shivam Dubey as well, who missed out on bowling in the last T20I. He bowled a couple of overs and scalped 2 wickets at an economy rate of 5.5. So another dominating series win for India. They clinch a series victory by 4-1. It has been too fast paced. The series has been very fast paced, and now India's next T20 international is against Bangladesh in August later this year. So a long gap before you will see the T20I guns in action in the international circuit, but you will see them perform in the Festival of Cricket, that is the IPL, beginning in the latter half of March. Abhishek Sharma was, as you know, the spotlight of the day. All the spotlight was on him. He bowled exceptionally well. He batted exceptionally well. And to be precise, Abhishek Sharma defeated England by 38 runs. That means Abhishek Sharma scored 135, which is the highest ever T20I score recorded by an Indian. Uh, in Test, it's Virendra Sehwag who has the highest score for an Indian batter. In ODIs, it's Rohit Sharma with 264, and Abhishek Sharma now holds the record for the maximum number of runs in the innings in T20Is for India. That is 135 runs. Not only this, he now holds the tally of most sixes hit in an innings. So he hit 13 sixes today. That is the most by an Indian in a single T20I inning. So single player who managed to beat England today. It was a complete domination from India. As far as Suryakumar Yadav as captain in T20Is is concerned, Suryakumar Yadav started his tenure against Australia. He beat Australia 4-1. He drew with South Africa 1-all, and post that he beat Sri Lanka 3-0. He beat Bangladesh 3-0. He beat South Africa 3-1, and today they have beaten England 4-1. So his unbeaten record as T20I captain continues as far as the series T20I series is concerned. He has lost just 4 games up until now, and he has been brilliant as Indian captain in the limited overs format, in the shortest format of the game. For England, for visitors, it was not a very good outing today. It was a completely bad day for them. Not only today, but they had their opportunities throughout the series, as you saw at the MH Chidambaram Stadium, Chennai, on 28th of January, or rather 25th of January, wherein they had an opportunity to seal the game, but Tilak Varma led the way and played brilliantly to guide India to steer India to a very good victory by a couple of wickets at Chennai. At Eden Gardens in the first T20I, once again, it was a very dominant performance in Kolkata. Then at Chennai, it was a close victory for India. Rajkot, it was England who bounced back. At Pune, too, England were in the game till the 35th over of the game, 20 in the first innings and then 15 in the second. But then India eventually came back amidst that controversial concussion substitute decisions. They bounced back and they managed to win that game too. So now India has won today as well. So 4-1, the series scoreline stands at 4-1, and the next assignment for both the teams will be the ODI series beginning on 6th of February at Nagpur. You will see a completely different Indian side there, uh, and there will be some changes in the England squad too. As far as India is concerned, Rohit Sharma will return as the Indian skipper at Nagpur on 6th of February. That match will start at 1:30 p.m. on Thursday at Nagpur. Rohit Sharma will return as Indian captain. Virat Kohli will return as the number 3 batter in the ODIs. He has been phenomenal since uh, a long time now, since a decade now, and he was phenomenal in the ODI World Cup held in India. So a good practice before the Champions Trophy. India will play three ODIs beginning on 6th of February at Nagpur, at Cuttack, and at the Narendra Modi Stadium, Ahmedabad on 12th of February. So three ODI games to follow, and India would want to get a good practice. Even both the teams would want to get a good practice before they get on the flight to Dubai to play the Champions Trophy. For India in this series, there were many positives. I will just tell you some stats. Abhishek Sharma was the highest run scorer for India and overall too. As far as the most wickets is concerned, Varun Chakravarti scalped the most number of wickets, that is 14. And for that, Varun Chakravarti has been named as the player of the series. Varun Chakravarti has been named as the player of the series, and Abhishek Sharma undoubtedly has been named as the man of the match. Uh, when we talk about the biggest defeat by runs for a full member side in T20Is, this is the second biggest defeat after India beat New Zealand at Ahmedabad by 168 runs. This is the second biggest margin of victory for India and overall as well at Wankhede Stadium today of 150 runs. India scored 247 batting first, although England had won the toss and they had decided to field first, but they weren't able to, their bowlers weren't able to prove that decision right, and it was an exhibition of power hitting from Abhishek Sharma that led the way to India posting a mammoth total of 247 runs. And post that, Indian bowlers once again stood out. And when we look at the England team, what England team managed in all the 5 T20Is, the scores read 132, 165 at Chennai, 171 at Rajkot, 166 at Pune, and today just 97 at Mumbai. So Indian bowlers had a very good outing in all the 5 T20Is, and when you play in India, you mostly get batting decks with shorter boundaries, but Indian bowlers stood out in every game and managed to restrict England. The highest total recorded by England was 171 at Rajkot, and they didn't manage to cross 200 even a single time in this series. Although they batted first three times, but they didn't manage to win the T20I series or a couple of games either. They just won a single game at Rajkot, and I think India could have won that game too. It was not a very stiff target of 172 at Rajkot, but England batters failed there. They miscalculated in the middle overs, but post that, India has bounced back really well. They have to won two straight games at Maharashtra, one at Pune, and today at Mumbai. So as I said, their next assignment is at Nagpur, the first ODI. You will see the big names of Indian cricket in Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. Jasprit Bumrah's name has been added to the squad, but I don't think he's going to play the first couple of ODIs, as Rohit Sharma quoted in the recent press conference during the team selection for Champions Trophy, because he has got a back spasm, so he will be rested for the first couple of ODIs. Harshit Rana might get a go. Mohammad Shami is also a part of that squad, so you might see Mohammad Shami leading the Indian bowling attack. Arshdeep Singh has been named too, so you will see Mohammad Shami and Arshdeep Singh leading India's pace attack at Nagpur in the first ODI. And the big Indian guns in Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli will return to their most suited format, that is the odd ODIs, in which the Champions Trophy 2025 will also be played. So the focus now shifts to ODI cricket. India last played ODI cricket at Sri Lanka, in Sri Lanka, and it was not a good outing there for India. They didn't manage to win the series. They lost the series 2-0. One game was tied, but it was very spinning tracks. This will be a completely different venue and conditions, and India might get the better of England. We will see some good games in the three-match ODI series, and it will be a good prep before the Champions Trophy begins, because both these teams are in contention for a spot in the semi-finals in the Champions Trophy. And as far as the today's day for Indian sports is concerned, it started off with a marvelous win for the Indian women's under 19 team. They bagged the title of ICC Women's World Under 19 World Champions for the second consecutive time. As you know, Shafali Verma led team had earlier won the championship in 2023. Today, it was Nikki Prasad's team that won the World Cup. Trisha was named as the player of the series for her brilliant all-round performance. While opening the batting, she played some handy knocks, some match-winning knocks. She also scored the only 100 of the tournament against Scotland, and rightly so, she was chosen as the player of the tournament. So it was a very box office performance from India at Wankhede Stadium, Mumbai. There were many businessmen and celebrities watching the match live, and they weren't disappointed at all. Surya Kumar Yadav has been given the trophy, and he continues his unbeaten run as the Indian skipper in series. So Varun Chakravarti, as I said, has been named as the player of the series. Overall, a good day for India that started with the women's under 19 team winning the World Cup and ending with a scintillating win for the Indian men's team in the final T20I. Winning the ODI series will be an icing on the cake, because Indian team hasn't played much ODI cricket off late, and some senior batters are not in form, and they would want to get going before the big ICC trophy in Champions Trophy kicks off on 19th of February. India is going to play their first game in the Champions Trophy against Bangladesh on 20th, and then on 23rd of February, a big game, India versus Pakistan, is scheduled to take place at Dubai. Uh, Let me tell you that India is going to play all their games at Dubai, although the other teams will travel to Pakistan to play their games. But India is going to play all their league encounters at Dubai, and if India manages to reach the knockouts and the finals, then their game will be scheduled to Dubai only. So India will be playing all their games in Dubai. The schedule is that India will face Bangladesh on 20th of February. On 23rd of February, India will face Pakistan, the much awaited arch rivals, and on 2nd of March, India will face New Zealand, who have troubled India in the ICC trophies. So ODI cricket season starts for the Indian men. Six crucial games coming up. Three practice games, I would say, against England. Then three games against uh, big teams in the Champions Trophy. Although India is might play one or two practice games at Dubai uh, after the series against England. So yeah, this is it in this video. India has won the series pretty convincingly. India has won it 4-1. The scoreline suggests that India has been pretty dominant, and the last T20I summarized that pretty well. India was phenomenal today, led by an exceptional batting show from Abhishek Sharma. These were the positives. The areas where India needs to improve, I think, is the opening slot. Sanju Samson, who has given the opponents a delivery to target him with a shorter ball, a back of a length ball, didn't manage to score many runs in the entire series. He got 5 games on the trot, but he couldn't manage uh, to score runs with some serious talents on the bench in Ruturaj Gaikwad, Yashasvi Jaiswal, and many more players. He has to get going. Uh, and the upcoming IPL will be really crucial for Sanju Samson. He hasn't been named in the squad for the Champions Trophy. So is Abhishek Sharma. Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, Suryakumar Yadav, Shivam Dubey, any of them are not part of the squad for Champions Trophy. Even Rinku Singh is not a part of the squad for Champions Trophy. Though Akshar Patel, Mohammad Shami, Hardik Pandya have been named in the squad. And Varun Chakravarti, however, he hasn't been named in the squad yet, but I think a window is open till 12th Feb to make some changes in the squad to tweak the squad a little bit. So India might include Varun Chakravarti, a serious wicket-taking contender, a serious wicket-taker in the 11 before the deadline ends. So India might replace one spinner with Varun Chakravarti, uh, and India might add another pacer in Mohammad Siraj to the squad as well. So Varun Chakravarti not being on the flight to Dubai will be a big surprise for me because he has been in a very great form of late. He has performed really well, not only in this series but at South Africa as well. He was the highest wicket taker there too, and on bouncy tracks where it wasn't offering much spin, he proved to be a key bowler for India at South Africa, and he has repeated the same heroics in this series against England. So he might get a place in the squad for Champions Trophy, but it depends. If he doesn't, then his next assignment will be in the IPL too. So just couple of handful of players who of the squad that will be featuring in the ODI series as well. Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, Mohammad Shami from today's 11. They will be playing against England in the ODI series, and they will now head to Nagpur. 3 ODIs scheduled next for Team India: Nagpur, Cuttack, and Ahmedabad on 6th, 9th, and 12th. So big Indian names will be joining the squad at Nagpur on 4th or 5th of February. They will have a couple of practice sessions before they get going against England at Nagpur. So this is India's schedule, and as far as the women's team is concerned, Indian women's team doesn't have any assignment in hand right now, and in the recent past too. But they will be featuring in the WPL for their respective franchises. RCB and MI have one WPL each, and 14th Feb is the date when the Women's Premier League is starting. So for the cricket fans, the next big game is between India and England only, but the format changes. The format is the ODI format now, and ODI format will have the spotlight for the next 1 month or so, because Champions Trophy, the ICC Trophy, will also be played in the same format. So this is the news as far as the Australia and Sri Lanka game is concerned. Their next test match starts on 6th Feb. Australia has beaten Sri Lanka pretty comprehensively in the first test, led by a brilliant double hundred from Usman Khwaja and 147 from Steve Smith, and brilliant performances from the spin bowlers as well. So their next assignment is also on 6th of February. Pakistan and New Zealand will be featuring in the ODI series, tri series, I would say, because Pakistan, New Zealand, and South Africa are going to play tri series at Pakistan only. New Zealand and South Africa are traveling to Pakistan to get into the conditions, to get accustomed to the conditions there before the Champions Trophy begins. So the first game of that tri series starts on 8th of February. So it's a short break for the fans because there will be a break in international cricket on 3rd, 4th, and 5th February. Uh, Ranji Trophy also came to an end today, and Mumbai has qualified for the knockouts of the Ranji Trophy. And to everyone's surprise, Jammu and Kashmir, who beat Mumbai in the last round of Ranji Trophy that began on 23rd of January. Jammu Kashmir has also made it to the quarterfinals. Karnataka and Baroda, though, crashed out of the tournament this year's Ranji Trophy. Delhi, although they won their match, but they weren't able to qualify for the quarterfinals and the knockouts of Ranji Trophy. Mumbai registered the biggest innings win in Ranji Trophy history when they hammered Meghalaya and they have qualified for the knockouts. Jharkhand has also managed to enter the quarterfinals under the captaincy of Ishan Kishan, although he hasn't managed to get going with the bat in this Ranji Trophy season. But as captain, he has led from the front, and Jharkhand has managed to qualify for the quarterfinal. Ranji Trophy quarterfinals will also begin on 8th of February with Saurashtra taking on Gujarat, Haryana taking on Mumbai, Vidarbha taking on Tamil Nadu, and Jammu Kashmir taking on Kerala. This is how the lineup looks like, and as far as the stats is concerned, after 126 not out that was hit by Shubman Gill against New Zealand in Ahmedabad in 2023 as the Indian opener. 126, he scored an unbeaten 126. This is India's highest score recorded by an individual in T20 Ice. Abhishek Sharma 135, Shubman Gill scored 126 not out at Ahmedabad on 1st of February in 2023. Ruturaj Gaikwad scored 123 not out at Guwahati against Australia on 28th of November 2023. Virat Kohli too managed to hit 100 against Afghanistan in the Asia Cup at Dubai. He was unbeaten on 122 not out. Rohit Sharma at Bengaluru recorded 121 not out against Afghanistan on 17th of January 2024. So this is the highest ever individual score for an Indian in T20 Ice. 37 balls that was taken by Abhishek is the third fastest by a batter in a T20I between two full member nation matches because it is the third fastest because 35 ball hundreds have earlier been hit by Rohit Sharma and David Miller. And as far as his 17 balls to 50 is concerned, it makes it the second quickest for India in the format behind Yuvraj Singh's 12 ball effort against England in Durban in 2007. 13 sixes was hit by Abhishek. This is the most by an Indian batter in a T20I innings, surpassing the previous highest of 10, each by Rohit Sharma against Sri Lanka in Indore in 2017, Sanju Samson against South Africa in Durban in 2024, and Tilak Verma against South Africa in Johannesburg in 2024. And 95 for 1 today, it is the highest total for India in a power play, going past 82 for 2 that they hit against Scotland in Dubai in T20 World Cup 2021. Overall, it is the fifth highest by a full member nation and the highest against England, surpassing 88 for no loss by South Africa at the same venue in 2016 during the T20 World Cup that was held in India. And 58 runs was hit by Abhishek Sharma in the power play, which surpassed Yashasvi Jaiswal's 53 that he hit in Trivandrum against Australia in 2023 post that World Cup final loss. 150 runs. England's defeat margin of 150 runs is the second highest by a full member side in T20Is in terms of runs, only behind New Zealand's 168 run defeat against India in Ahmedabad in 2023, wherein other Indian opener and under 19 batchmate of Abhishek Sharma, Shubman Gill, hit a scintillating 126 not out. And the previous biggest defeat for England by runs was by 90 runs against India in Colombo in 2012 and also against South Africa in Southampton in 2022. So this is the second biggest defeat by a full member side in T20 Is. And this is just the fourth instance wherein a single Indian batter has outscored the opposition total. Abhishek's 135 that eclipsed England's 97. The others to do so previously are Virat Kohli when he hit 100 against Afghanistan at Dubai, Shubman Gill against New Zealand in Ahmedabad in 2023, and Surya Kumar Yadav too. 14 wickets picked by Varun Chakravarti in the series is the second most by a bilateral player from a full member side behind Jason Holder's 15 wickets that he took against England in the Caribbean in 2022. And the previous highest in the series for India was Varun Chakravarti's bag of 12 wickets against South Africa in their previous series. So Varun Chakravarti has now accumulated 26 T20I international wickets in just two series. That is 9 matches. So in the previous 9 matches, Varun Chakravarti has managed to pick 26 wickets, and after a poor outing in the 2022 World Cup, which was held in Dubai, wherein Babar Azam and Rizwan won the game for Pakistan convincingly. Varun Chakravarti was taken to the toll, but he was criticized a lot. But he has bounced back really well. He has performed well in the IPL as well, and today and in the South Africa tour, he has proved that he might still make it to the Champions Trophy squad, because you need someone in the middle overs who can just rattles the stumps and put pressure on the opposition. As far as the BCCI awards are concerned, BCCI Naman Awards, the annual awards took place at the Taj Mumbai on Saturday, wherein Sachin Tendulkar, the god of cricket, received the Colonel C.K. Naidu Lifetime Achievement Award on Saturday, and the 51-year-old featured in 200 and 200 tests for India and 463 ODIs, and he accumulated a brilliant 34,357 international runs, including 100 international centuries. So rightly so, Sachin Tendulkar received the Colonel C.K. Naidu Lifetime Achievement Award yesterday. As far as the best international players are concerned, after bagging awards by the ICC, Jasprit Bumrah, the premier India pacer, who was recently named as the ICC Men's Cricketer of the Year, received the Polly Umbriger Award for the best international cricketer men for the third time. He is now the number one ranked bowler in Test. He bagged 71 wickets in 13 matches in 2024, and was also named as the player of the tournament in the India's triumphant T20 World Cup win. So this was about Jasprit Bumrah. As far as Indian women's team is concerned, Indian women's team vice captain Smriti Mandhana won the Best International Cricket Award for the fourth time for her impressive uh, outing in the last year in both the ODIs and T20Is. She scored 747 runs in ODIs and 763 runs in T20Is in 2024, and also impressed in the test match against South Africa with a career best 149 that she hit at Chennai. The youngsters Sarfaraz Khan and Asha Sobina were among the award winners too. They bagged the Best International Debut Men and Women Award respectively. Uh, Ravichandran Ashwin, who recently retired from Test cricket, was felicitated by the BCCI with a special award. So was the roundup of the day for Indian sports. We will get a glimpse of its editorial form in our e-newspaper for tomorrow as well. Indian women's under 19 team has won the World Cup for the second consecutive time. India got a target of 83 in 20 overs, which India chased down in just 11.2 overs, led by Trisha and Shanika Chalke. They were unbeaten and took India over the line. As far as the women's Ashes is concerned, it was an unbeaten show from the Australian women against England women during the entire T20I, ODI, and Test 2, as Australia decimated England in the maiden Ashes whitewash. This is the first time ever that any team has whitewashed another team in the women's Ashes. Alana King of Australia bagged 5 wickets to finish with a match wicket haul of 9 for 98, and Australia registered a thumping victory by an innings and 122 runs in the one-off test against England at the MCG on Sunday. So two continents, two venues for Australian men's and women's team, and they both won their game. So good times for Australian men's team too. They have already beaten India in the recently concluded Border Gavaskar Trophy. They won the series 3-1 with one match drawn, and now they have started off well against Sri Lanka. They have beaten them at their home at Galle, and their women's team has whitewashed English women comprehensively in the women's Ashes. So this is what is going around in sports all around the globe, and I don't think I have missed out anything in this comparatively longer video. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying for such long, and do download the Stump Mic app. The link is in the description. You can talk cricket there too. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to the channel, and we will meet tomorrow in the sports wrap of the day. Thank you for watching.